up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I got my guy Naj here with me from Cigar Talk.
Ange, what's up? I appreciate you.
Naj, listen, because you love boxing just like I do. So,
man, I love this thing.
And how could I not have you here? Because Claressa Shields is in the building.
Big whoop.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
The greatest.
Listen, the greatest. I feel like when it comes to boxing, we always talk about this, like all the accolades you have, it's just building up, building up, building up. But I just always want to make sure that people are giving you your credit and your just due from the beginning. And I want to clarify something too. When you fought Danielle Perkins, I left a comment and I was like, oh man, this is tough for me, Brooklyn. But I still was rooting for you. It's just tough because, it's hard to go against the home team always. But I did.
Oh, no. Strange. I thought that comment was about something else. I didn't think it was about her, but okay.
Oh, what'd you think it was?
Nothing.
Oh, oh my God, no, I was talking about that fight.
You know what? It's so weird that the whole thing kind of became about Brooklyn for the fight because Pap is from Brooklyn,
Yeah.
right? So they thought like, oh, she wore the Timbs for Pap, and they were like, no, I wore the Timbs to show Danielle, like, I know how y'all get down in Brooklyn, and I'm coming to let you know, like, I'm coming to get down like that too.
How you know so much about Brooklyn?
Where'd she learn about them Timbs from?
Yeah.
Right, so, and I was actually going to wear some heels.
Okay.
And then as we was putting a fur coat on with the Fendi fur, and I put the bathing suit on, or like the little lingerie, then it was like, yo, I looked at the fur, and I was like, I think, because I had been coming in the building whenever I seen Danielle, and I was like, where Brooklyn at? Letting her know, like, listen, I'm on whatever you want. If you want to fight before the fight, we can fight before the fight. But it is what it is, because I'm from Flint. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, so, but no, I understand.
So I was just saying, this is tough because I'm going against Brooklyn. That's all.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
people
yeah.
was coming for, I was like, no, y'all, I just saw y'all know I'm a Claressa Shields fan.
Yeah.
But, and, she did give you your props because for her to get a fight of that magnitude was a big deal for her as well.
No, it was. And I feel like Danielle, she rose to the occasion. And I mean, listen, she is, people talking about, oh, she only had 5 fights. And they talk about, like, my level of opposition who I fight against. Ain't nobody fighting against Danielle Perkins. And it's a reason for that. She hit you and it changed your mind.
Right.
Like, if you soft, you're going to cur out. Like, if you soft and she punch you, you're going to be like, oh, all that attitude you had, you look at her, you're like, oh, she's kind of big and maybe she don't punch that fast. But like, no, that girl is big and strong and she faster than what she looked. When we got in there, she was trying to win the fight. I'm just great at what I do. And my mind didn't change when she hit me because Danielle did land some punches.
Right.
I was actually at the fight, and the energy in there was so crazy. Everybody got their furs on. They play a whoop that trick in there. Like, the energy was just, I was like, but you, it was like the last round. You caught her with a shot that was like the highlight. Tell me about that. Like, just being in your city, everything, with not landing that type of punch in your city.
Listen, it was so much leading up to that fight that just had me turned up. You know what I mean? Like, I had to be the bigger person throughout all these different events in my life. I had to promote the movie. I had to promote the fight. I had to keep my personal life still private. It was so much that weighed on it. But come on now. Ain't nobody getting beat up in front of their man.
Ooh. That's the worst.
I wanted the knockout,
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
hilarious.
But it's
I
like,
never
ain't
thought
nobody,
about that.
come on, ain't nobody getting me. First of all, I was like, I'm not getting beat up in front of my mom, but especially my man. My man walked me out. I was like, oh, nah. This big girl trying to come in here trying to.
If he would have walked you out and you lost.
Oh, my
Yeah, that's
God.
bad.
Stop. Don't even.
You'd have been in the shade room
It
tomorrow.
would have been his
Shade room.
fault. Honestly, it would have been his fault.
Everybody would have blamed him. Yeah, so for me, it was like, but Danielle tried to come so hard last round, and she had did something around before, and I was like, oh, this girl done pissed me off so bad. I think she held me on the ropes with one hand and hit me with the other one. And I remember it, and I was like, you know what?
It's over.
She pulled that shit again next round. I'm gonna drop her ass. And it was like she just got so last round, all these girls like, oh, let's just go to war, let's go all out. And I'm like, soon as she get too happy, I'm a clock her. And she just got too happy in that moment, and she got clocked.
If that would have went a little bit longer, that would have been a knockout.
I thought it was a knockout. The ref counted 10. She turned around. That's a wave off. You don't get to turn around when after the ref count 10, ask you, are you good? Do you want to fight? She turned her back. To me, I'm 6-0 with 4 knockouts, and that's no disrespect to Danielle, but it was 10 seconds left in the fight. She turned her back, and then when I ran up on her, the bell had rang. But no, you don't get to turn your back if the ref say, hey, do you want to fight? Are you good? And then you just turn around to your corner. That means you don't want to fight. Way to fight off.
You know, back to what you said. Now that I'm even thinking more about that, if y'all would have broke up if that would have been a loss because it would have been his fault.
Nah.
And then for real, you would have went home and been like,
deal.
this never happened before.
I am a person who likes to, when it
never
like come
happened
to
before.
boxing, it's like, only me control that. So I don't blame like my coaches, boyfriends.
Do you have
family, or anything.
superstitions?
Superstition, yeah. Listen, I don't have sex 6 weeks before the fight.
Okay.
And that's a big thing. People be like, yo, but it's like every boyfriend I've had has known, like, hey, my dog, do not touch me 6 weeks before the fight.
So you can't make out or nothing.
I mean, I could kiss and all that stuff, but as far as in me, nah. No, like, I can't do that stuff
Okay.
that girls do.
Okay.
What is that? What's the word?
Oral? No,
Orgasm,
kidding.
whatever
Orgasm.
Come, whatever that shit is. It's like, you can't, I don't do that. It's like, I save it all up.
Right.
Pause.
So
For
you
the
can
fight.
explode, but right after that fight, baby, we on.
No comment.
We on and popping. And so after that fight too, you were talking about like who's next. You know, to fight is interesting because Najee and I spoke to Boots, and he was saying how the politics of boxing, you can't always fight who you want to fight.
Yeah.
So you do have you had named some people, but you do have a big fight coming up. That I'm like, after hearing the energy and all of that, I feel like I got to be at
We
this
gotta
one.
be there.
I already
Lonnie
put it in my
Daniels.
calendar.
Little
It's gonna
Caesar
be bigger.
Arena?
It's gonna be bigger this time. We got 19,000 seats. We got Little Caesars Arena. We got Detroit. We got me fighting it. You got the GOAT fight. Whenever I fight, just know it's not just gonna be just a fight. You're gonna get a concert before the fight. You're gonna get a great walkout. And I mean, like, the energy that's at my fights, I go to other fights. The energy is not the same.
It's
Like,
not.
I have a different fan base, and my fan base is really a fighting fan base. Like, the fans be wanting to fight.
The fans want to fight.
Yeah, like,
for sure.
That's always
like,
funny when they fighting at the fight. You like, guys, come on, can we watch the?
So I have never seen a fight happen at none of my fights. But I'm saying, like, the energy is like everybody, like, they're all there cheering for one person. I give the state of Michigan and Detroit and Flint, I give them hope, faith, and everybody is rallying behind me, and I'm like a superhero where I'm from. So they think that, listen, I've heard guys in the barbershop come back and tell me, like, they was talking about if you was to fight against a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, you would knock him out. And I was like, you would get knocked out. And I was like, what'd you say? He was like, I was going to tell him, like, man, them niggas is crazy. Claressa knock Mike Tyson out. Y'all ain't never. And I'm like, Mike Tyson? I'm like, you going far. But it's like, that's how much they believe in me. Like, I don't even believe I would do anything with Mike Tyson, to be honest with you. Even at 58 years old. I wouldn't do nothing.
So, but
No.
you think that you would beat Jake Paul, and he beat Mike Tyson.
Oh, please. Stop it, Angela.
Yo, Jake.
I'm just saying.
Jake, listen, I said that out of the respect for Uncle Mike Tyson and all that he do. Listen, Jake Paul cannot beat me in a boxing match. I stand on that. I really wish he would just, him and MVP got so much against me. Him, Amanda, Alicia, all them hating ass girls. I wish Jake Paul would just get in the ring with me. All you gotta do, I promise you, I get in there. He want to put on a headgear. I'll put on a headgear. We can wear 14, 12 ounce, 10 ounce gloves. I'm telling you, Jake Paul be mad as hell. He be mad as hell when we get done. I will
Isn't
hurt that
Savannah
man.
Marshall signed to him too?
Oh, I beat her ass already. Why was
She is, right? She signed an
You want the
MVP.
run back? Yeah, she signed an MVP recently.
Oh, listen, she had come to America to fight against Shadesha, but she won't come to America to fight against Claressa.
She said, I feel like she's trying to get ready. She said she back training.
Ready back.
Like-
Ready back.
she
Both stay in the gym training, so that don't really matter.
But that's interesting. I mean, I see you and MVP. Y'all kind of going at it on social media here and there.
No, you don't see me doing nothing. They all blocked. I don't deal with none of them. I'm focused on July 26th because that's when the greatest woman of all time is fighting inside the ring live on the zone at Little Caesars tickets on Ticketmaster.
And to be clear, greatest woman of all time is not something that is not backed up by facts. Because I want to say that too. It ain't like, because people will
Sure.
call themselves something, the GOAT, but they don't have the actual stats to back it up.
The accolades is on the table right now.
You see
You
it?
know, I got 17 world titles in 5 different divisions I've conquered. The only 4-time undisputed champion, like me and Terrence Crawford talking. Terrence be like, I gotta catch up with you.
Yeah,
Like,
male or
that's that
female,
GOAT
not
talk
just
right
Sure.
there.
female,
Yep.
but male
Yeah,
or
that's that-
female
Yep.
across the board.
That's that GOAT talk. And people talking about I should take the W out. And I always tell everybody the only reason that it's a W there is because, to me, Muhammad Ali will always be the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Me learning about him changed my life and gave me confidence as being a younger black girl who didn't have self-esteem and, finding boxing and loving boxing and just having to be in women's boxing. I had to always defend myself and stand up for myself and put people in their place. And that's what Muhammad Ali did back in the day to white people when it was like, you can get hung, right? And
Right.
Muhammad Ali was like, he don't give a shit. Ain't nobody gonna touch him. He gonna say what he want to say. He gonna check you, and you gonna respect him. So me being a woman, that's how I feel like I have to let you know, like, yeah, I'm a woman and I'm a black woman, but you're not gonna disrespect me. You're gonna pay me. You're gonna talk to me kindly. We're gonna have great communication. And when it comes to boxing, nothing gets in the way of my boxing and my career. So that's why he'll always be first. I only take second to one person, and that's Muhammad Ali. When they talk about these pound for pound lists, I like that. I think Gabe Brazado just put me on his top 5 pound for pound, and I think it was Terrence on there, Usyk, Inu, Bivol, and then me. And I was like, oh shit, that's a hell of a list.
And you got this SB.
Big company.
Yeah, I'm the only woman boxer in history to get to ever. No, I wasn't nominated just for the SB, but I won the SB over Tank, Devin Haney. And who else was it? I think Shakur. Was it Shakur? Who was the 3 that was on there for that?
Oh, Tyson Fury?
Was Tyson Fury on there? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well deserved.
Yes,
Yeah,
the Lord
well
have
deserved.
mercy.
I feel like it was Shakur, though. I think it was Shakur, Devin, and Tank, and me. You think it was Tyson? Well, she the publicist. She know better than me.
Right. She's like, no, I did my Googles.
Yeah. But no, like, and then that's why I come second to Muhammad Ali. Now, as far as in, boxing, if we, now, I just want to be clear. If we take away the accolades, right? We take away the Olympic gold medals because these girls ain't got that either. But okay, it's a little extra. Let's take away the gold medals. Let's take away the belts. Let's take away the SB. Let's take away everything. Look at how I box. That's it. When you watch film of me fighting and you watch film of these other girls fighting or women fighting, that's the difference there.
Right.
That's the difference. It's not just about the trash talk. Oh, she getting all this because she got 2 Olympic gold medals, or people getting behind her because she trash talk. It's like, no, I fight very, very good.
You know what? I've been watching your career for a long time, and you know that. And it's interesting to me that people have said things, and I've heard them say things like, oh, people only know who she is now because she's dating Papoose.
That is
Which
the
is
funniest thing to me.
That's like a shade room comment. Like,
Yeah, I see people online like
it's
saying,
cute
and I'm
whenever
like,
I hear that. I'm like, oh.
because if you watch boxing, and like we just said, male or female,
Yeah.
the accolades that you have across the board, and we were just saying before the interview, your name should be changed to only or the first.
Yeah.
Because it is true. And so sometimes I think if people aren't following this, or they're just seeing like the little gossip stuff, they don't understand.
Well,
and then you have a whole movie, 2 movies, a documentary,
And
and
a
a
biopic.
whole
For real.
Yeah.
biopic feature film about you.
You see, all that stuff you just mentioned is positive stuff, right? When it comes to dating another celebrity, people find a way to make it be negative and drama. Drama happens, right? And people all want to know what's this drama that happened, and then that's when they discover me. But I had 1.1 million followers before then.
Right.
So now I have 1.3, but also with the 1.3, I fought. I had my biopic come out. I had commercials everywhere, all over the world. People at the end of the movie, they say Claressa Shields is still undefeated. She's the first woman to make $1 million. She, it runs my accolades and showing that she's still active. So that's where people learned about me at too. So it's like, I don't get mad when I hear people say that, oh, people only know her because of Pat, because I know it's 100% not true. But I can say that me being with him has added value to my life. You know what I'm saying? And I added
good.
value to his
Looking
also.
at the positive.
do you find it difficult to be in a high profile relationship now?
Yeah, because it's different.
Yeah. Well, it has its challenges, but I will say that, we're both Pisces. His birthday March 5th, mine March 17th.
Okay, Pisces are pretty chill.
Yep, pretty chill, water signs, very, very confident. He's a man of his word. I'm a woman of my word. And we were friends and we spent a lot of time together before anybody knew anything about us being together. He was at the premiere when you did the questionnaire. You didn't see him. He was way in the back.
I definitely did not
I ain't
see
see
him.
him either.
He was
I
there.
ain't see him
Did
either.
anybody see it? Dang.
Nah.
Okay.
He's smooth like that. So he was in and out. You know what I'm saying? He watched the movie. He even watched the questionnaire.
Was that his first time seeing it?
Yes. Yep. And so just with that, it's like we spent so much time together. We built our own relationship and our own bond, and we both understood that once we did come out, because for me, I don't mind being public in my relationship. As you can see, Angela, I've been up here and maybe I've had 2 or 3 different boyfriends already. So you know, my mom be like,
Let me go take them pictures down.
And like every time she come up here, she know I'm gonna get in her business too. So
I didn't even notice. So I had gotten to an argument last time. Well, a time before with the guy I was engaged to, and he had said something about, oh, why you wearing the ring and me and you broken up. So before I came to her show, I took the ring off because me and him got into an argument. And then I get up here, I'm just talking, and she's like, where your ring at? And I'm like, oh.
They go, hey, stud.
Well,
Way up,
I'm
way up.
like, wait a minute.
Way up.
I wasn't ready. You know, so but it's a good relationship, and we respect each other, and that's the main thing. Respecting each other, knowing that, you know, things take time, and that overall we're always friends first. And I mean, this dude is, oh my God. I mean, everybody knows his backstory and everything, but this dude is he's the epitome of just what a man is. He's very, very helpful. He's very kind. He's very smart.
right.
I mean, we all know he can rap. You know what I'm saying? And he just I don't know how I would have navigated this last year of my life without Pap.
Okay.
That's what I can say.
And you guys were kind of forced out too. But after,
Sure.
but when it happens, it's a relief to
Yeah.
kind of just be like, we ain't got to sneak around no more.
Well, I wouldn't say that we was ever sneaking in the first place. 'Cause it
Well,
wasn't
you
really
kind of want to
reason
keep it private though, not keep
Yeah,
it
it was
private.
like we just was private, and we both knew that he was rapping me out February 2nd. We knew that already.
But that still don't mean, you know what I mean? That just means you chose him against a Brooklyn fighter to.
Nah, we already knew that we was gonna come out fight week. We had knew that, like we had already talked about it. We had discussed it, and it was a thing of just like, are you sure? Because for me, it was like I really didn't care, because I was like, I enjoyed the privacy of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in so many, you know, point blank period. When you're in a public relationship, right? Everybody's couple goals, we love y'all, and then you break up, and like the fans feel like you owe them an explanation on your life on why you broke up with somebody.
Right.
They want to know, like, what's the details? What happened? Did somebody cheat? Did somebody hit somebody? And it's like, I don't do that.
You can't hit nobody. You'll go to jail.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
Hands are registered weapons.
I mean, I still put my hands on them. I'm not gonna-
I still damn. Pat better bob and weave, Pat.
Yo, he think he can fight too. He crazy. No, but it's like, for me, it's like, I don't do that. It's like, once me and the person are together and we, I mean, listen, we do our best to make it work, but if it don't work, I like to just move on.
Right.
You know, I like to move on, and they move on, and yeah, people still bring up the old person, but it's like, no, I don't owe people an explanation on why.
He tried to jump
I'm
in
with
there
somebody.
too. I was like,
Oh,
like,
Jesus,
yeah.
that was a bit
lot-
much.
They online calling you out a new black love. How you feel about that title?
To me, I think it's like completely a different thing.
yeah.
Like,
Give us a different title.
yeah, like if I had to give you a title, I would say, like, you know, gold love.
Okay.
Gold love?
Gold love, because gold, no matter what time and age it is, it never gets old. Everybody love gold earrings. You love gold.
Yes.
You love trophies. I mean, I'm kind of mad at this. SB isn't gold and it's
Yeah.
silver.
The value of gold is people are actually
Appreciates.
investing in gold
Yeah,
right
for sure.
now.
Right. So
While
that's
the
what it is.
economy's
to
a
me,
mess.
But it's nothing wrong with. I think Black Love is like a great title, and I think couples that have that are, you know, that they deserve that, and it's a beautiful thing.
All right. Well, listen, we got to talk more about what else is going on. Another thing, you was from Baddies to Seki. I was like, why is she entertaining this? Like, you know, she said she could beat you, and me and Najee
hater.
both
That's
can
crazy.
agree that
Another
getting
hater.
in the ring is a whole different thing. People really think they could fight until.
That's like a
Angela.
lawsuit plan. Like, all right, here's my lawsuit plan. I'm going to just try to get Claressa to do something. That's the only thing
But what
I can
made
see.
you even say, let me even entertain this conversation?
Because you can't fight like that. That's the point of it. Like, listen, first of all, I'm a fan of Baddies. I'm a fan of Natalie Nunn. She wanted me to be on the show.
What?
She did, and I told
That
her
wouldn't have been fair.
Well, listen, I don't, I don't go around just punching people.
I know you don't, but God forbid somebody try you, because that will happen.
Oh yeah, God forbid.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
real.
Angela. But this is what I'm saying. Like, for me, it was like, see, this is what I want to explain to people, right? I have to ignore negativity every single day of my life, and that's from first they say, it's easy to ignore people who don't got followers, who not known.
Mm-hmm.
They're not important. But then you got people that got millions of followers, networks, brands, and they're attacking me, and it's like I'm just supposed to sit there and. My post is to tell you I'm supposed to sit there and just be classy and ignore everything.
That's what Krista wants you to do.
And listen, I try.
You do. Sometimes.
I try. But it was like the audacity. First of all, let's be real.
Let's get to it.
I'm from Flint, Michigan. Like, I am from the trenches. I grew up poor. I chose boxing and fought my way out the hood to win 2 Olympics. Do you know what I was doing in the streets before I got to the Olympics? Please. I was fighting grown men.
Right.
I spar against grown men, but before I got in boxing, I had been, come on, man. Like, don't talk, first of all, even if you take the gloves off and me and Tasiki was to fight, she'd be mad as hell after. I would break every bone in that girl's face.
Oh my gosh.
I
Let's
believe
be real.
that just now. Like, damn.
Like, I wouldn't even, and then it would be so unfair because how I was slammer, because I've done MMA, it'd be crazy. Like, stop playing.
Would you go back to MMA?
MMA is done.
Okay.
But the fact that I can do all of that, like, this is not like I'm not a regular
I'm
woman.
aware.
Right.
Like, I may look, I think I carry everything pretty feminine and cute, but girl, I can bench 185 pounds. What are we talking about? I can deadlift almost 300 pounds. Like, I am a very fit and strong woman, and I have a problem with disrespect. That's why I responded to her. I'm like, hold on. First of all this started. First of all, I don't go around calling out females who don't box.
Right. What would
As
be
you
the
can
point
see,
of that?
I fight July
That's
26th in Detroit at Little Sister Arena versus Lonnie
Great
Daniels,
plug.
who's a 2-time world champ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go around calling these girls out. When I had seen like the little clip going around, and she talking about I will beat Claressa the fuck up and and I was to train like her, and it was just like,
I mean, that's a lot of ifs. If I was to train like her, she said, stop popping pills, stop.
What? I ain't never popped a perky pill in my life.
Yeah.
But it's the fact she got to stop doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, hold up. What? I was really shocked to see it because it was like, your fans somehow learned about me. And because you kicking ass on Baddies, which she do be kicking ass on Baddies. Shout out to her.
Oh, so she got hands. You seen she got hands?
She got hands for the girls on Baddies, for sure.
Yeah.
She beat
They're
them
not
girls
professional
up.
boxers.
Nah, for sure.
And I don't think they professional street fighters either. So no, now we get. So I watched that, and so her fans found out about me, and then she's beating girls up, and so they started coming at me like, oh, how you think you're doing a fight against Tasiki? And I didn't know who she was at first. I know who Krishan is from her being with Blueface, but I didn't know who she was.
Yep.
So now I'm like, oh, who is this? So now I go and look. I'm like, oh shit, she tearing shit up. She beating these girls up on Baddies. Like, she dogging them. I mean, I heard she breaking teeth. A girl teeth that she knocked out, Diamond, she hit me up, was like, hey, can you teach me how to box? I said, yeah, because I saw what happened to you, girl.
I need some lessons.
I will give you some boxing classes.
Claressa giving lessons 2025.
What the helly? No, so I was just like, but from there, but I think Ivory was the one who I really wanted static with.
Okay.
She's a bit more rougher than Tasiki.
I love that you watched this.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
But for me, I'm always thinking of ways, how can I'm a businesswoman. Let's not get it mixed up. Yeah. How can I expand my brand? Mm-hmm. How can I, because I think Baddies have they have a very unique brand of when it comes to fighting and being a baddie and chains and whatever. It's different from boxing, but it's ways you can mix the two.
Okay.
And in my mind, I'm like, if I could just I was like, who would y'all want me to fight? if y'all had to pick out of, if I had to fight Ivory or Tasiki, and I had to let the fans pick.
Right.
And Ivory, first of all, that was 2 summers ago. Ivory responded. Tasiki never responded. Ivory actually started getting in the gym, started working out. Ivory even was calling me my fight July 27th, because I guess the Baddies premiere was up in Detroit too. She wanted to come to the fight, but she let me know last minute.
Right.
I was in the back getting warmed up when she was calling me.
That's really last minute.
Yeah, oh, it's so last minute.
Come on, that's crazy.
Same night.
It was
And
like,
you
I
about
can't
to
even
fight.
have nobody
How
come
you
grab
gonna
you from
call
the
me?
front.
I'm about
Trying
to
to put my
fight.
gloves
That's
on real
wild.
quick.
No,
Yo,
but
I'm at the door.
no, but Ivory was like, listen, I want to come to your fight. After the fight, call me inside the ring. We can fight. This is me talking to her. And I'm like, you would come do all that? She was like, yeah, let's get this paper. Let's go. Cause she's not scared of me. She's not intimidated of me. But
And she also understands the value of what that could do for her.
She gained like 50,000 followers when I started posting pictures of her and did like a split, whatever. She told me, she's like, man, them followers going up. I said, I see, girl. Imagine if you really got in the ring and, held your own,
Right.
Now, we get inside the ring, I don't know what else.
I don't know what's going to happen
Yeah,
for
that's
real.
a dangerous
for real.
proposition for 50,000 followers. I don't know.
No, well, it was 50,000 followers, and it was like a different. You got to realize, like, she come from a different. She's not known like that. Like, she was known for kicking ass on, like, I think now that's TV. But it was like, no, like, she can really wants to up her life. Now she's on Baddies, so that's a big upgrade, know. And she's making some money now. But it was more of a thing like the brands to cross. Promote and to kind of, how can we bring this street fighter and this boxer together? Because who knows, after we would have fought, maybe she would have wanted to become a boxer, and I could have been her trainer, and I could have trained her, and she could become a world champion. It's a longevity to
That's
this
a
stuff
really,
when you really think about
process that you just went through.
I'm telling you.
And then
whole
I would have trained
plan.
her, then she would have been.
Because Ivory like fighting. She like fighting like me.
You love it.
I heard Siki, she don't like fighting like that.
Oh,
She
look
just
at
do
you.
it.
Well, the other thing, I want to talk about the movie for a minute too, The Fire Inside, because I was at the premiere that we did, so I had a chance to talk to you and Ryan Destiny and ask a lot of questions. I wish that would have been like televised, because I thought it was such a great conversation.
It was.
Right after the movie, to be able to have those thoughts. What are some things in the movie, because I know it's still Hollywood, it's still drama, that you're like, it didn't quite really happen like that?
I've never tried to pawn my gold medal.
Okay.
Ever. Like
that was a dramatic
I remember
scene.
that part.
was
Like,
it.
yeah.
I was like, no.
No, I love my gold medal too much. Now, it was a point where I didn't want to look at it, where I put it up in the closet, and I think I hid it from myself, where I didn't even know where it was at for a few months, because I just got tired of everybody telling me, you won an Olympic gold medal, you didn't get no endorsements, you didn't get no sponsorships. They overlooked you. We got magazine covers
crazy.
with the Golden Girl on Essence, which I feel like, listen, Essence, y'all owe me a cover.
Yes, they do.
On Essence, with me and all my belts and all my trophies, because 2012 they had Gabby Douglas, Sonya Richardson, Carmelita Jeter, and it was one more African American woman on the cover. And you guys can look this up.
Yeah.
And I seen that, and I think that's the first time where I was like, wow, I'm really just getting overlooked. I'm getting ignored. Like, what I did doesn't mean anything. And this was Essence, and I'm like,
Right.
I'm the, I'm
Essence of essence.
yeah. So I was like, what the heck? And so that's probably one of the first times where, like, my feelings was actually hurt, and I was like, dang, I guess what I did didn't mean nothing. So I wanted to throw my gold medal in the river, but I just ended up hiding it up in the closet, and I just didn't want to look at it for a while.
That's wild. When people saw that movie, because you can't fathom, like, this woman done won these Olympic gold medals, first time the United States, won in the Olympics for boxing, and nothing. And then back home.
Well, for me, the best thing that I got that people don't really like to acknowledge, I got internal happiness. I had been thinking about the Olympics since I was 13 years old. To go at the age of 17 and actually win the gold medal, it's like you set out a goal for all these years, and you have to do all these small things to get to it, and then when you get there, you like, oh man, this is the moment. I'm finally here. And there's so many things that happened in between that almost stopped it, but you made it here. And to be fighting in the Olympic gold medal round to just be fighting the finals every time. That's what makes me cry when I watch the movie. I'm like, oh my God, your crazy ass don't want a gold medal for real.
Right.
That's the part. That's that.
Yeah.
That's the part that, that's the amazing part to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was able to do something that a lot of people told me that I wouldn't be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I didn't get the endorsements and I didn't get the sponsorships, I was still happy.
And you got a lot of love in your hometown.
Yeah. They had a parade for me. They met me at the airport. I got to eat at McDonald's for free. I'm sorry, but eating at McDonald's for free for like 2 years is a big deal.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Everybody that's with you, like I want.
What if I went to McDonald's with all of us?
We all getting
everybody
number one.
Free. Everybody get McDonald's free.
Actually,
Like
you lit and Flint, right?
I Flint.
You lit and Flint.
I am Flint favorite daughter. Yeah, everybody love me in Flint.
And Brian Tyree Henry, I thought he did an amazing job.
Amazing.
Playing Yoko. I mean, he was phenomenal.
Listen.
And Ryan Destiny, I can't talk enough about how she transformed. Because even when I saw the casting for that movie, and I know we talked about this while we were on stage in front of Ryan, I was like, is she going to be able to pull that off? But she killed that role.
She played me so well, and Brian Tyree Henry played my former coach, Jason Crutchfield, so well. But I have to say, with Ryan, I watch it, I'm like, man, she was punching so fast. She was moving her head. She was, just like I have a different level of confidence that can't be broken by nobody. Like, no matter what or who or how or what you say, whatever you think is facts and not facts, I have a confidence that's just out of this world. And I seen Ryan display that. And, she asked me when she was shooting the movie, she said, where does your confidence come from? I said, girl, I can run 6 miles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can jump rope 30 minutes without stopping. I can spar against men who are 20 and 30 pounds bigger than me and still find a way to dominate. Like, hard work is where my confidence comes from. It's not just something that was always there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't always believe that I was the best fighter in the world. It was after I won 1 Olympic gold medal, I said, okay, maybe you're the best in the world. Yeah. And then when I won 2, I said, oh, you are.
Great, I'm here.
You're the greatest now.
Does it give you a new perspective watching it, right? Because obviously you're living it, right? So like living in it is different than, you're watching it back. Does it kind of give you a new perspective on like how far you actually came when you see the movie?
Yeah. And I think the part that actually gets to me is that it was so many times where I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit before the gold medal match. Before the first Olympics. I wanted to quit after the Olympics. I turned pro, and it's been times in my professional career I'm like, man, this shit is too much. I'm about to quit, bro. I'm about to retire and just go on about my business. And it's so many, but to see where it started at, like, okay, no endorsements, no sponsorships. Now it's like, oh no, I got endorsements and sponsorships, 2 Olympic gold medals. I got millions of dollars. I got a big old house. I got 2 big houses now.
Okay. Talk your shit. I like it.
I got me some nice little cars.
I love it.
I got me some nice
hard
little
work.
jewelry. Like, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But you know what they say? They say, tell God your plans, and he'll laugh at you and stuff like that. So it was like, I just wanted to have a bed. I was like, I'm gonna win the Olympics and buy me a bed after. And in fact, like, I can buy me a house and a bed,
several beds,
and a dresser, and I got a pool in the back with a basketball hoop. Like, it's God just does. He does everything 10 times fold. Whatever you think that you can do, God is like, watch what I can do for you. And I think I'm shortchanging him. He can do it 1,000,000 times more than what we think when it's something that we want.
And even like with this movie, to have a movie on your life at that time, and this was something that was in the works for like since 2016, right? Is that when they first approached you about it?
Yeah, it was actually 2015 before I won the first Olympic gold medal.
Okay.
And they had a certain amount of money and everything. And y'all, I was my own lawyer. I had a lawyer, but I was negotiating with him. I'm telling him, listen, they came with this much money. I'm about to win another Olympic gold medal. Tell him I said double it. I've always been about my paper. Hey, I do not play.
Yeah.
Give me my money. And it got like life rights, and I'm reading the contract, and I'm on Google. Listen, Google will save a lot of people a lot of lawsuits, and give you a proper definition of what these words mean if you don't know what it means, like these terms.
And now we got AI.
Right, ChatGPT.
AI, listen, I am the
ChatGPT.
Google master. I jump on Google, hold up, like, wait a minute, Google got it.
That's how I am too. I Google everything. So what happened? So you said it said life rights?
Yeah, like life rights, like how much of your life do they own to shoot a movie, like what years. And for me, I was like, listen, after 20, so y'all want to shoot from my childhood till I won the Olympics. I said, but I also too want you guys to add, and I was telling them, I'm like, listen, I'm going to win the Olympics again, so I want you guys to make sure that you put that in the movie too. So that's how it got put in there. And then at the end, I was like, also at the end, make sure you put, because I knew I was going to be turning pro. I'm like, I want to have at the end all of my accolades and all of my stuff at the end of the movie.
And you knocking Savannah Marshall out because that was...
Yeah, she had to get dealt with.
Yeah,
she's a villain in the movie. She's a villain now. She's a loser. But no, I was going to say that after the documentary T-Rex, that stigma lived on me forever. That I won an Olympic gold medal. I didn't get any endorsements. I didn't get any sponsorship. I still lived in Flint. Basically, I was still poor, and that lived until the biopic came out.
Right.
And I was just like, I kept people like, oh, Claressa, bro, Claressa this. I'm like, what the hell wrong with you? I ain't like, y'all watching something from back 2012.
Yeah.
We all the way in 2020.
Right.
25, and people were still saying stuff that was in T-Rex. And I just was like, nah, how do we change that narrative? Like, do you guys follow me on social media? Do you guys?
You see it.
But they don't. They just watch documentary that got you on there, and they say, oh, this is her life. And I was like, no, because life continues.
Yeah.
You know.
And so I want to ask you, after that movie, because I haven't seen you since then, how have things changed for you just after that came out? Because that's a big, like, sharing with the world. And like we said, it's on the plane, so you could watch the fire inside when you're on the flight. But Prime, like, all of that, how has life changed after that?
It's changed for the better, you know.
And it did so well when it came out too.
It did so well, and my fights have done well. It has been really good. I have a lot of celebrity friends now. You know, a lot of celebrity friends from LA, you know, out there in Cali. Shout out to my people. I get more money. I get more recognition. I'm a nominee for the
BET Awards. Yes, congratulations.
Congrats.
I feel like you're gonna win that too.
Oh, man,
I feel good about it for you.
I haven't got that feeling in my stomach yet. Like, yeah, you're gonna win it, because I had a feeling with the ESPY. I said, I think I won the ESPY. No, so I think that I think it's possible that I can win it, but I feel like I'm the first woman boxer to be nominated for the Sportswoman of the Year award for BET, which is another first, and I believe that I can win it if they. However, I don't know like the voting process or anything, but I will be at the BET Awards June 7th in Cali.
Boxing question. So I know, Turkey Al-Sheikh is a guy who's coming and making a lot of moves in boxing. He put on the fight in Times Square. He only works with the best, and obviously you're one of them. Has there ever been any conversations with you being able to talk to him about doing some fights together?
Absolutely.
Ooh, so that's coming.
So okay. That's something that we can look forward to in the future. But I got to make sure I handle being July 26th at Little Caesars. Get tickets on Ticketmaster.
What did you think about that fight in Times Square? I saw you comment on Ryan Garcia crying in the car.
He gonna cry in the car
after that loss. And did you think ahead of time that he was gonna lose? I said it. I was like, I don't think he's gonna.
Well, my heart was with Rolly. I think Ryan has better skills, but my heart was with Rolly because Ryan Garcia he's a cheat. He's a cheater, and we all know that. And he didn't have his osterin and his pickles. So, yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I don't know. Listen, I'm one of them, people try to give me slack for this, but it's like, listen, I love my black fighters. I love my Mexican fighters, Puerto Rican, all of them. But I love my black fighters. That's it. If Canelo can say he was rooting for Andy Ruiz only against Anthony Joshua because Andy Ruiz, he was Mexican, well, I can cheer for my brothers.
Yes, you can.
Just because they black and because I personally know them and got love for them and they got love and respect for me. You know what I'm saying? And we are some of the best fighters in the world, African Americans. So let's be real.
And let's get paid.
Exactly. So what was the question we was going? Oh, I didn't like what Ryan did to Devin. Not the boxing part. It was the cheating part.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know, all the trash talk leading up, all the crazy talk,
the racist comments.
The racist comments. I mean, Ryan had said stuff to me when he was on them drugs and off that liquor and stuff.
He posted DMs and stuff like that.
He DMing me. He on his spaces talking crazy, all this stuff. He tried to get on my space. I said, "Boy, you crazy. Yeah. I'm not giving you
I'm
my
not entertaining
platform.
This. No.
Yeah, no. But I definitely did. Listen, I have mastered trolling. You know?
Well, good. I'm glad.
And Crystal tell me not to do it. But when somebody come mess with me, I'm like, girl, I be calling her and texting her all day. Like, ugh.
You a full-time job for real.
I'm like, listen.
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 But the guys
you better
do it.
You better log me out, girl.
But I feel like the guys do it, right? Like I see them doing all of that online.
It's healthy.
And
it's
also
healthy.
boxing, and it does.
Yeah.
It does when you can talk about boxing and you can talk ish to people. That does also build up more of a. Because I remember when it comes to boxing, you do have to sell fights. And it's more than just being, for people to come out, it's more than just being a great boxer. That's the foundation of it. Mm-hmm. But there's also excitement around other things too. And
yeah,
people,
like the trash talk, the lead up to the fights, all that. And you mentioned Times Square. I'm just going to be very, very brief. I'm happy that Rolly kicked Ryan Garcia ass for the reason that I said. Devin Haney did a good job against Jose Ramirez, but I wanted more out of him. Mm-hmm. But I was happy to see him back inside the ring because he's a hell of a fighter. Yeah. He is the dream to me. And I think that he just got to get a little bit more aggression because I think he could have done more damage to Jose Ramirez. But Jose Ramirez, he couldn't cut the ring off. He couldn't catch Devin. But it was like, to me, how slow he was. I think that Devin should have pieced him up some more. And then we got Teofimo, who did better than what I thought. But what I thought he would do. Mm-hmm. But I know. But that was, to me, that was the most exciting fight on the card.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
And I want to ask you this. After your fight against Danielle Perkins, you had said you had an injury.
Yeah, my shoulder.
Yeah, your left shoulder, and that maybe you were doing surgery. All right, did you do the surgery or no?
So surgery would have took me out of boxing for 8 months. And I was like, I'm not doing that. No. So I ended up going down to Vegas, and shout out to the UFC Center, shout out to Dana White. They let me come down and rehab my arm. And I can go down there wherever I need to if I need more rehab. But the 10 days that I did helped my arm a whole lot. And then I do, they gave me some workouts to do like every other day for my shoulder. And my shoulder is back to where it needs to be.
Well, obviously, you're the heavyweight undisputed champion. You know, take care of business on the 26th. Mm-hmm. But we know you for moving up in weight classes, right? Like four divisions, I think it is, or five? Five divisions. Do you see yourself moving back down? Like, how do you see yourself with when the weight is concerned?
You know what? I am such a, like, I just want to fight. I just want to fight. I just want to fight. I think the lowest I can get is 154. But even people now tell me how strong I am that I shouldn't go below 160. That's what my team tell me. But I am willing to go down to 54 to get big fights with me versus Lauren Price. She's at 154. She'll be fighting against Michaela for the Undisputed Championship. And Lauren Price is also a Olympic gold medalist.
I like that. Gold medalist versus gold medalist.
Hey, talk to me.
I like that.
And then it's America versus UK again. That's something Savannah couldn't do. She couldn't even win a bronze medal. But next, but that's a good fight. I think that I would want to have. I would want to also fight against Michaela Mayer. Not because I dislike Michaela.
That's your girl, right? Y'all cool?
Listen, that's my sister for life. Mm-hmm. But in somewhere in her brain, she thinks she can beat me, which I think is like, you know, you think that, I just want to show you that you can't, and then we can go back to being best friends again and being my sister. But I just got to put hands on her, that's all. And then, you know, listen.
What?
Even though I don't like them. I don't like MVP. I don't like none of them. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But
they do got some girls who I would love to fight against. They got a big fight with Shadesha Greene versus Savannah Marshall. Even though I beat Savannah Marshall, I did want to fight Savannah Marshall in America, in Detroit, to be honest with you. Either in Detroit or Las Vegas at T-Mobile. But I do want to have a rematch against her. I like that. And I want to fight against the winner of those two girls, you know. Listen.
You think she's going to win?
Greene. she from Patterson. I got a lot of love for Jersey and Patterson and whatever. But it's like, man, stop. She ain't like that for real. She was like that in the amateurs, but I don't know what happened when she turned pro. I don't know if it's the weight, because she used to fight at a heavier weight class.
Yeah.
She used to walk around about 190 back in the amateurs when I was sparring her when I was 150 something. So now that she's what's she fighting at, 168?
Yeah, 168. Yep.
I don't know. I'm not gonna call it the weight. I think just some people don't continue to grow in boxing. But Danielle Perkins pieced up Shadaysha Greene in the amateurs, I believe, twice.
I didn't know that.
Because Danielle Perkins put belts to ass to Shadaysha Greene. Nobody will talk about that, but that's the truth. But I mean, listen. Any of these girls who want to fight, like I want to make the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to make the fight.
You don't run from nothing.
Nah.
You don't. You ready for it?
You open to making the fights with Jake Paul? Because MVP is like, he's signing everybody like Suge in the 90s right now. He's just signing everything. Like, are you open to that? Like working together?
It's more like working against them.
I am willing to prove that I can beat anybody on his roster,
and that probably would feel really good.
Okay,
that's all. I like. It's not a thing of, I mean, yeah, we would have to communicate, but I have a team who you have to work with. All I have to do is prepare for the fight.
Yeah.
So, I want to make the biggest and best fights in women's boxing, and if a fight with me and
one of his boxers,
if one of his fighters makes sense and we can make it happen, then let's go. But, what they were trying to offer me to fight on the undercard of their fight coming up versus Shadaysha Greene, it's not even half of what I make already. And then they want me to be the co-main event. Now, the thing is, right, and I want to say this to respect to the other girls on the card, because one, everybody know I got a lot of love for Amanda Serrano, a lot of love for Alicia Baumgartner. Like, we have been friends, we not friends, and we friends again. You know how it is.
Yeah.
We women, whatever. We all got feelings. But what the heck I was saying? Where's we going with this? What'd you ask me?
You was talking about Amanda Serrano and your friends.
I was saying, would you be open to
No. So I was saying, if Jake Paul wouldn't have been so disrespectful the way that he was, and
the quote conversation where he was calling her the quote and saying Amanda Serrano.
And this the thing, right? That people get misconstrued. I shared that title with Amanda because of my respect for her and how long she had been in the game, and I call her Little Goat because she fights at the smaller weight classes, right? And me and her had that understood. But excuse me, when she signed to Jake, he just came and was like thinking he can just come over and take over my whole brand and just erase me.
Right.
This is the real greatest woman of all time. This is the one right here. Oh, Claressa Shields, yeah, whatever. But Amanda Serrano, and I was like, oh shit. And I was like, that's where the disrespect came in for me. And I reached out to Amanda about it before I went public and just blasted them. I'm like, hey man, get your team in order, because me and you was cool.
Right.
Get your team in order. But when it got to the point tonight, now not only is he being disrespectful, but now you also, like, he has admitted now, like, yeah, Claressa's the best and she got all these accolades, but nobody likes her. Like, no, you don't like me and I don't like you either. So the feeling is mutual. Feeling is fucking mutual. But if he wouldn't have came out the gate like that, and he would have came out, oh, these are two great women fighters. These are the best right here. Who knows who's the best because they haven't fought against each other, but we would love to, bring all these girls together, make the biggest fights, whatever. I would have been willing to fight the co-main event.
Right, but he messed it up by being disrespectful.
Yeah, like don't disrespect me. And then I think he took offense to that to that I said that I would never fight on the undercard of him. I don't think Amanda Serrano should have ever fought the undercard of him.
Right.
It is what it is, but it was like, it wasn't no knock to him, but it's like me. It's only a couple fighters who I will fight the undercard over. I mean, the undercard, and that is the co-main event to a Terrence Crawford, a Canelo, a Earl Spence, a Deontay Wilder, Usyk, and new like champions.
Yeah,
you have to be a male champion or even a woman, but it's like you have to be a champion. I'm not gonna fight on the undercard of, I don't know, a professional YouTuber.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
And July 26th, do you know already who's walking you out?
Girl, I can't tell y'all my secrets.
You have to tell me, but do you already know? You already have that lined up?
Yeah. Well, I didn't. It's lined up now, but it's gonna be performances. It's gonna be a great walkout. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great fight, y'all. We've been doing so good on ticket sales for the fight already.
So you better hurry up and get yours, by the way. Okay.
It's on Ticketmaster. It's on Ticketmaster. And listen, we got 19,000 seats. I need everybody who know me, get 10 of your friends and all y'all get tickets together. And we're gonna have a Detroit parking lot party.
It's an event. I'm bringing my fur this time. Last time everybody had furs in there.
Yeah,
in July.
Please don't wear no fur
and wearing Timbs
you
too.
Gonna look
Furs and Timbs.
I'm not lying. Everybody been like, yo, we wearing our fur. I'm like, y'all
no
gonna wear your fur in July?
Fur in July.
I already know, like fight week. I'm coming trim. I'm talking about hair, makeup, clothes, heels. I'm stunting all week. Listen, I love fight week. I get to show how pretty I am and how tough I am the same damn week. I love it. I can't wait to do it again.
Do you feel like now that the blogs have been posting you so much, like relationship wise, that you stepping out even more into like the styling and the makeup and all of that?
Well, I'm 30, so when you turn 30, you kind of come into your woman era anyway. But I don't know where all these girls got that I couldn't dress before.
They was
They was on you in the comments.
I thought it was crazy because it was like, them girls don't even look better than me. They don't dress better than me. They don't got more money than me, but they talking about me. And let's be clear, I wear what I want to wear because that makes me comfortable. That's what I feel pretty in. And guess what? Pap love how I dress. I put these pants on that. He said, damn, girl. He said, wait a minute.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Gold love. That's gold love.
Damn, hold on.
Gold love in the building.
Y'all at home don't look too hard, okay?
Yeah. So it's like, long as I like what I wear and my man like how I dress, that's what it is. But it's like, I've never said that I'm a fashionista. You need to look to me for fashion advice and you should wear what I wear. I've never in my life said that. I whoop bitches' ass. That's it. I'm a fighter. I'm a boxer. I don't know where they got this. I don't care if don't nobody like how I dress. If I go buy something and I like it and I look in the mirror and say, oh, that look good, I'm going to wear it and I'm going to feel good in it and I'm going to take pictures and I'm going to post them. So I don't know why people think that I care about their opinions. It was like, first of all, don't let nobody ever trick you out your spot. One, I've already had a stylist. That's the first part. I've had a stylist since last year.
Okay.
That's one. Two, I was already looking at getting me another stylist so I can have two. I'm the Beyonce of boxing. Do you know how many stylists that Beyonce got?
The Beyonce of boxing. I like that too.
I like that.
Like, it's different stylists for different purposes. So for me, I feel like they tried to troll me into not looking at getting a different stylist because I was already had that on my mind. But it was like, I have a stylist when I go to red carpet events and events like this. Like when I come and sit down with you and it's going to be pictures and it's going to be everywhere. I have stylists for that, but I've never had a stylist for more at-home stuff.
Right.
So I have another stylist for that. And it just was like, I hadn't found her yet, but I was working on it because you out here with a whole celebrity. Not only am I a celebrity, but Pap a celebrity too. And sometimes we just be flying everywhere, like just going places. And it's like, I don't get to have all my clothes, all my shoes, my hair stuff. I don't have all my stuff. Like we trying to go to the store. I'm like, look, I gotta grab something to wear. I don't got no more clothes. I need some more shoes. What are we doing today? We don't even be knowing like what we're doing. We just be out, and people are grabbing pictures and photos, and it was like, I know that's about to make it somewhere, but I just threw some stuff together because we were moving around type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
who made the first move for the two of you? Like, who was the first person to move that from that friendship to like something more?
No, it was Pap for sure. It was Pap for sure. So we met July 6th at Shakur Fight.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Newark, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I met him at. And when we took our first picture, it started going. I seen the blogs then talking about some that we were potentially, I was his girlfriend. I was like, well, I don't even know this dude. Yeah.
They kind of willed it
Pat made
into
that
existence.
Well, I had invited him to come to my fight July 27th. He was already a fan. He has a video where he had watched me beat Savannah Marshall and he was cheering for me and stuff like that. And we just kind of just like started off as like, you know, friends talking and everything like that. And I don't know. I think I don't know. You know how it be. You just be like testing it out. And I was like,
I think a little something. Let's see if she catch it.
Yeah,
I
Pap,
think-
that's New York smooth right there,
I
Pap.
think he called me cute or something.
Ooh.
And I was like, is he flirting with me? Is this dude flirting with me? I'm like, nah. But I only said nah because it was like, I thought it was just cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know, like he's very like funny and sarcastic too. So I think I sent the picture of me like with my bob, which makes me look very, very different. And he was like, who the hell is this? And I'm like, oh, you just called me a catfish. He like, nah, you look very, very pretty right here. Whatever. I'm like, oh, thank you. And then I was like,
Okay.
I'm like, oh shoot. And I think I think from there, I think he was like, hey, after your fight, I would like take you out to eat. And I was like, for what? Like, what you gonna go out to eat for? He was like, just talking. I was like, okay. And the fact that I was keen to it, I'm like, yeah, let's go.
You already know what it is, yeah.
Let's go.
Because he's very private, so anything you ask him over text, he's not gonna say nothing. Like he just like overlook it. And then, but he like, me and you talk about that in person. Everything was in person. And I think that come with like, you know, him being more experienced and everything when it like come to being a celebrity or whatever, because I move completely different than him.
Right. You pouring your whole heart out on
Texting,
text.
leaving voice notes.
I mean, you guys know I'm just open with the world.
Yeah,
bitch.
you are.
for sure,
Like,
for sure.
you know, I just go live. I post whatever I feel. I'm like
sure.
an open book.
It's different, yeah.
But it's like he like, nah, he ain't like that at all. So we ended up going out to eat and talking and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, all right, cool.
Oh, and then
Okay.
you said I like him, like just from
Well,
that.
I like
you liked him
before.
already. Okay.
Yeah.
Where y'all ate at?
Damn, it was a soul food spot. I can't remember the name of it.
In New
Okay.
Jersey?
No, I think it was in Manhattan.
Oh, in Manhattan.
Yo, listen, y'all hear that? Take her to go eat some soul food, y'all. Y'all hear that?
Guys out there, you trying to win your girl
Funny.
over. Well, listen, I know that we're trying to come out there, so I think I'm gonna make it happen. I already put it on my
Angela,
calendar.
Ain't no trying, girl.
I'm coming.
You do
You're
not
right.
want to
You're right.
miss this. I'm telling
coming.
you. You're gonna be
Everybody
mad. You're gonna be like,
listening.
Claressa,
Little
come back.
Caesars.
You're gonna be like, well, one, you want me to come back anyway. But I'm saying you're gonna be like, Claressa, come back and tell me about it. But you want to know what it's like to actually be there. I'm telling you.
All right,
been
I'm
these
gonna
other
be there.
boxing matches.
I'm gonna be there.
It's different.
Oh, maybe I need to do like something at JLB. I'll come out there on the radio because you know we're on JLB in Detroit.
Okay.
Every day. So maybe the week of the fight, I should come out there. All right, we're gonna do some things.
That's
Yeah,
fire.
girl, come out. I can teach you how to
I'll
box
come
and
out.
everything. Come on.
Let's
Oh,
go. Look for
listen.
me. I'll be the tall brother with the fur on in the summertime. Yeah, man, holla at me.
Looking crazy.
With the bucket hat.
But again, the fight is going down at Little Caesars Arena. It's July 26th. Also, make sure y'all watch the BET Awards for when she wins her Sportswoman of the Year award.
Speaking
she was
into
nominated for it. Yeah,
existence.
speaking
That's
it
right.
into existence. And congratulations on everything. Every single time I see you, I have to say that.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much, Angela, for real.
You know, I appreciate you being here. They always be like, well, you know, she don't want to talk about it, but you always talk about everything. You are an open book, so I like that too.
Listen, I try to get y'all stuff to where y'all get y'all little.
Yeah, let's get our little moments. You know, get a little
Oh,
moments.
that's viral right there. That's the one.
All right, it's way up.